Hi, I'm James from SE Electronics, and this is our new flagship all-terrain vehicle microphone, the sE4400a. It's designed specifically to be a good all-rounder microphone, so it's not just a good vocal microphone, but it's also a very good instrument mic. And you see this reflected in the design of the mic also. So the first thing you'll notice is that it's actually quite difficult to see against a black background. And that's deliberate because the applications include lit applications on TV, stage, theatre, where you want the mic to disappear into the background. So we've foregone all of the fancy green LEDs and the shiny grills and electronic switching mechanisms that you've got in many modern microphones for something which is very simple and non-reflective, so it can be used for those purposes. The feature set is also designed for multi-purpose use, so you have a 10 and a 20 dB pad, a 60 and 120 Hz roll-off, omni, cardioid and figure of 8 patterns, and then very simple sub-switch cardioid to hypercardioid pattern here. Again, there are no fancy electronic mechanisms in here, it's old style analog switching mechanism, so very clean, very simple, very good signal to noise ratio, and it makes for a very rugged microphone. The shape of the mic's also important as well. So because it's a side-fire microphone that you want for instrument miking, it needs to be very flat so that you can get it close into the sources, hence the body shape. The shock mount is also a very key feature. Rather than having an internal shock mount on this mic, we prompted for making something very unique for a full suspension cradle. So we've engineered a microphone cradle which is one of the smallest on the market today. Let me just undo this. It has an unusual footprint. So you can see, if you look in camera there, how tiny the footprint of this microphone shock mount is compared to most competitor shock mounts. It also allows you to mount the microphone at any angle within the shock mount. So if you have an awkward space to get into, it's really easy to get into it with this system. Finally, if you take the mic out and invert the center of the shock mount, you can remount the microphone completely outside the cradle. So if I now tighten this up to show you, 1 second, you'll see that the mic now sits completely outside the shock cradle, and that's really important because it means you can get very close up to sources. If you're miking up, for example, a guitar cab or down onto a snare drum, you can get within millimeters of the source for ultra close-up miking techniques. So that's our all-terrain vehicle microphone, the 4400A.